And hi everyone. My name is Diana, and for today's class, this is class number 12. And for group 84, I didn't get any student. And so I'm gonna explain what was the class about for today. Today's topic is speaking with confidence English presentation. So yes, today we were going to do only speaking and do only presentations activities. For this class was important because I asked them last class to do to prepare a presentation about any topic that they would like to talk about. It would be about dream job, favorite food, a favorite movie, TV show that they like, something that they want to talk about and to present it in class. I did this activity with the first class in the morning. It was pretty good. I got 3 students and they all participate very active. But unfortunately, in for this class, I didn't get any uh, as student to participate. So I'm gonna explain. The first is like a up activity, and it says, "How do you feel before a presentation?" They need to choose an emoji from these ones and explain why they feel like this. So if, for example, one student chooses the first emoji and he says, I chose the first one because I feel overwhelmed, nervous when I need to give a presentation. Because for example, one student told me she was nervous every time she needs to give a presentation because she was worried about her pronunciation all the time. And another student told me, for example, she was feeling like emoji number 3 because if she prepares a presentation, then she's relieved and she doesn't have any worries, so she feels comfortable, she has confidence. And yeah, here we talk about how they feel when they need to give a presentation. Then I asked them some questions. One of them is that to talk about previous knowledge, if they have ever give a presentation. So have you ever given a presentation in English? Was it difficult for you? Was it easy? What was it about? When was it? And what helped you feel more confident in that presentation. So they share me their experience, so I know if they have any knowledge about giving presentations. Then it comes like kind of like an explanation part. Very shortly, I asked them first why presenting is important. One student told me that it's important to inform people um, or to practice our English, for example. So I told them that they were right. Like in this class, the most important, why we are presenting is because we want to practice our speaking skills and our listening skills, because we are not only practicing speaking, we are also practicing listening. I told them that they need to pay attention to their classmates' presentations because they they need to ask when the classmate finishes the presentation, they need to ask questions about it, so or give feedback. Okay. Then we talk about where might you need to give one. So, for example, at school, in job interviews, to show a product, to talk about a project, during meetings, and so on. Now I explain them the structure of a good presentation. sorry. And the structure has three parts. The first one is the introduction, where we say what you will talk about, yes, and then the body to give your ideas with examples, evidence, examples, pictures, videos, experiences, all that comes in the body. And then at the end comes the conclusion. The conclusion is to summarize and finish a song. So it's kind of like saying almost the same as you as the introduction, but in other words. So I give them this tip. Tell them what you are going to say it, then tell them what you just said. So tell them what you're going to say. We're talking about the introduction, what you're going to talk about. Hi, in today's presentation, I'm going to talk about about preparing my favorite pasta. I like this pasta and many people ask me the recipe about it, so that's why I want to share with you this recipe. Say it. So ideas and examples, step by step, how to do the pasta, for pictures where people is making your pasta, or any picture where you have when that is you making the pasta, something like this, or a video showing the ingredients, something like this. Then a conclusion. Then tell them what you say. So, to conclude, uh, you can make this pasta for your birthday or for any kind of event that you have. It has all healthy ingredients. It's not it's difficult to make, and I hope you like it. And if you have, thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. Now comes, so I give them some useful phrases they can use in each part of the presentation. So for an introduction, they could use phrases like, let me begin by, I've had internet problem. I hope I can present now. Yeah, so let me begin by, today I will talk about, or I chose this topic, because therefore variant transitions you can use now. Let's move on to, first I would like to explain another important point is, or for example, and then finish. Then we have the conclusion, used with phrases like to sum up, in conclusion, and at the end, thank you for listening. Do you have any questions? And this is an example I give them with the tip that I also gave them before, and that is the first thing, the introduction. Tell them what you're going to say. So, hello, today I'm going to talk about my favorite place, the beach. Then the body, say it. What you need to say, you say it now. So, the beach is important to me because I go there with my family. I love the sound of the waves. Also, I like swimming and relaxing under the sun. And then at the end, the conclusion. Tell them what you just said. So, in conclusion, I love the beach because it's relaxing and fun. Thank you for listening. That's all. Then, when we finish this part, it comes the presentation. So, each student needs to do the presentation that they prepare for this class. So, they need to speak clearly and confidently, and the other students, they are gonna ask one question or they're gonna give you. In my previous class, my students gave presentations, one about their dream holidays, that was France. The other student talked about her favorite TV show. I think it was Hannibal, something like this. And the third student didn't prepare anything. She didn't attend the last class. She didn't know that. Even I told them on the chat as well and remind them that please don't forget homework. She didn't do it. And now, when they finish and we talk about it, it comes more practice. So they have this elevator talk, 30-second challenge, when they need to summarize in 30 seconds their presentation. Instructions are to keep your structure, use connectors first, then, and finally, and be clear and quick. So for this, I use a timer in Google. I wrote down 30 seconds. And when it started, the student needed to talk or summarize his or her idea. In the case of the student that didn't do presentation, I told her that she needs to summarize the presentation of one of her classmates. After that, we had this activity that is called What's in My Bag. And here the student needed to pick a real or an imaginary object. They needed to present it like a product, like to sell it to us. One example was, this is my magic book. It helps me remember verbs. So each student chose an object, and when it was time to talk, they presented the product. And in this activity, we also make some questions about the product of the other classmate. And then comes a presentation roulette. That means when we come here, so this is a wheel. I spin it for the student. Then she gets or he gets a topic. The topic is a place you would love to visit. So she needs to do a presentation about it. For this, I give them 2-3 videos to be prepared, and then I will tell them that then it's time to talk, and they do their presentations. We have topics like this. Most of them they are like about their personal tastes. So your favorite movie, your favorite holidays, the best book or story you have ever read. Or for example, yeah, it repeated. But yeah, when they finish, oh my gosh, why close it? When we finish, where is it? When they finish, it comes an activity where they need to explain or to talk about the picture, kind of like a presentation, but I give them a picture already, and they need to tell what it is, why it's important, or how it affects people. So, for example, here we have some autos that can fly. Why it's important? Because it's something that would change the world. People could, how it affects, so people could travel faster, and there are, they will, or it could also be a mess if you don't organize it well. So you can talk about many things. But the idea is that they use their imagination and they will talk about the picture. So we have this one, we have this about a cat in a classroom, and then we have a man doing a presentation, giving a presentation while dressing like a, or wearing a banana costume. When we finish, then we have this activity where the students to give their own tech talk. They receive a random TikTok title and they speak for 1 minute using presentation structure. So this is where we'll again use the wheels, spinning wheel. Um, they get a TikTok. Each of them are different. So one one of the topic is how my cat taught me leadership. So these are funny topics that I chose for them to love and create funny and creative answers like presentations. I told them that also there are times where also you need to take care of your tone when you talk, when you speak. There are times where you need to do a formal presentation if you are giving a, if you are in a job interview or presenting a product or you are talking with your boss. Or there are also presentations like this one where we just practice our English, and it doesn't matter if you want, if we use formal or informal language. And in this case, for these TED Talk topics, you can use creative and talk how you feel comfortable, so how you feel when you feel comfortable or confident. And so we have topics like how my cat taught me leadership, or how pizza can bring world peace, or why sleeping in class might be good for you. So the important is that they use the structure here, so that they have an introduction, they use connectors first, then finally in conclusion, and so on. When we finish this activity, we have the last activity that is famous speaker mode. This activity, because we take much time talking, if we have time, then we do it. If we don't, then we don't do it. And they need to pretend they are a celebrity. They choose a celebrity. It could be Ronaldo, Taylor Swift, Shakira, whatever, or whoever artist they want to be. And they need to give a short tag. The topics are a day in my life, my favorite place, or how was the famous. So if I am Taylor Swift, so hi, I'm Taylor Swift. This is a day in my life. The first thing I do is to go to tell my chef to cook me breakfast, and yeah, they need to make something up. The idea is that they speak as much as they can for 2 minutes, and then that's it. That's the class. Thank you for looking. Thank you for watching the class. And yeah.